Good morning. Welcome to our 10:30 kids story time. And if you notice, it's a different setting. It's because I've stopped off at my son's place over in Highview, West Virginia. And so we're visiting with Solomon and Claire for part of the day, and we're having a good time. We've done some work outside, picking rocks, and Solomon is pushed a wheelbarrow or two. And Claire's gathered up a couple of rocks, and she's brought me a shovel. And Cooper's run around and played outside, so it's just been different. And it made me think, we were picking up rocks, and if there were a couple of great big rocks, you'd have to be careful if you pick those great big flat rocks up, because what could be underneath there? Well, it could be a bee nest underneath there. I picked a rock up one time, and I know God protected me. I picked the rock up, big flat rock, and when I turned it up, I saw nothing but, it looked like thousands of yellow jackets in the ground right there. I had exposed their nest, and they didn't even fly. And I just put the rock back on the ground and kind of trotted up to where my truck was and got in the truck, and I was kind of nervous, and yet I realized what just happened. I should have been covered with yellow jackets. They should have got me, but they didn't. I think God protected me that day. He spoke to those little yellow jackets and said, stay. I remember turning a couple big rocks up, and as I turned a big rock up, there would be a snake all curled up underneath that rock. Actually, that snake doesn't worry me as much as the bees, because I can step away from the snake, but the bees, you can't step away from if they come after you. They'll chase you. And so I got thinking about that. You want to be careful. If you had to turn a rock up, you'd want to very carefully and keep your fingers back from the edge, because you don't want to stick your fingers under the edge of the rock where the snake can bite you. But as you pick that rock up, you pull that rock towards you, and you look, and you want to be careful, cautious. You'd be pretty foolish to just stomp in there and turn the rock over and stomp into the hole, and you'd not even look, and there'd be a big old copperhead in there, or a big rattlesnake, and he'd bite you on the leg, and because you were careless. I've said the Bible's got something to say about everything. There's a verse in Proverbs 14 says this. Verse 16 says, a wise man is cautious or fearful, and turns away from evil. And so if you're cautious, you turn that rock up, you don't go towards it, you back up. You're cautious. But the back half of that verse says, but the fool is reckless and is careless. He's confident in what he's doing, and he's not being careful. That's a fool. And if you turn that rock over, if you're walking along in a high grass where there could be a big old cottonmouth water moccasin snake, and you're not even watching, you got to be careful. That verse says a wise man is cautious and turns away from evil. You don't want to be snake bit. Be careful. It's nice and warm out. You youngsters are out exploring in the woods and in the fields and along the streams and the river. You got to be careful. You can have fun, but be wise. Be very, very careful. Watch out for bees and snakes and dinosaurs. Have a good day.